So this is 7th and 8th, I combine them together. The only reason why I like doing this is because of instrumentation. So sometimes I got a band with no trumpets, sometimes I got a band with a lot of trumpets. Like the 8th graders are short on woodwinds, so the 7th graders make up for it. But it's great to have them at different times, that way we can work on their individual problems and get through them. But this group I'm really proud of, and if you look up here, this group is about 10 to 15 bigger than our current high school, which is sweet, because this is the future up here. So they're playing all pop music, most of it you're going to recognize, and Colin's going to announce the first song.
7th and 8th grade band will now be playing Raiders March.
While they're getting set up for the next one, a reminder, next week, due to the DC trip, the 8th graders will get size 3 uniforms. And that's also going to save us from having to have you come in over the summer, parents, because I'm not sure where we're going to be at with the deconstruction of the current building. So instead of trying to come in here and dodge backhoes and excavators, I'm going to do it all next week, starting Monday. The Awesome Booster Club's going to come in, and we're going to size everybody then, so that way you're not coming in July or the beginning of August. So your child, as long as they don't grow a ton or shrink a ton, they should look good for their pictures on August, I think it's like the 17th, if I'm not mistaken, okay? Here we go, another next pop song, and now the drummer's ready, is Connor.
The junior high band will now play Counting Stars.
want to shout out the two soloists on that song. We had Ruby Marshall on alto, she'll take a stand, and Ezra Davis. Really awesome job. So next we are going to break up. So now they are no longer combined. So the 7th graders have a feature, and I'm going to let this girl, Maddie, tell you exactly what it is.
The 7th grade band will not be painted black.
Paint it black. Okay, now it's the 8th graders' turn, and they're going to play something that you're all going to know. But please don't sing. This is not karaoke, even though these kids have been just tearing up my ears for the last 2 weeks on this. And I forget who sings it the worst, but I'm just happy I'm the band director. Who's my announcer? Here we go, Logan. Tell them what you're going to play.
8th grade band will not be playing Don't Stop Believing.
Well, the next announcement, we combined back together, so now we're joining up forces again. And we did this song last year. We kind of did it as a win. I wasn't really happy with it. The kids saw it in the file, and they're like, hey, we really want to do that this year. And I got some sweet bell players that really want to do it, so I'm like, you know what? We're going to do it. So they are going to do this song. I'll let the girls announce it here. But just enjoy it, sit back. It's going to take you back, parents, to like your junior high, possibly even before that time frame when boy bands were still a thing.
The 7th and 8th grade band will now be playing I Want It That Way. I still remember my 8th grade English teacher quit her job to go be a groupie for the Backstreet Boys. I'm not going to mention any names though, okay? Alright, we're going to do 2 more songs. Here's the other thing while these guys are coming out here. Go to another concert, I dare you. These kids are so talented, it's ridiculous. I keep saying, go to another county band, or like go to another county school, or just go anywhere. And I'm telling you what, these kids are going to get the next school to run for their money. I'm so proud of these kids, they work so hard, and they are the ones who give me the energy to keep going this every day, year after year. So, without further ado, these guys definitely keep me young, or they just cause my gray hairs. They're going to announce the next song, but I'm not sure he's going to have enough inertia, so we'll see how this goes. Are you ready, boys? Okay, do your thing.
The 7th and 8th grade band will now be playing Low Rider.
Oh, I love these kids. Enjoy, here we go. And I'm sorry, Mrs. Ogden, but his shirt's gonna be a mess.
I gotta recognize those two awesome keyboard players. We had Violet Terrell, if she wants to raise her hand. Where's she at? Yeah, girl, good job. And Jeffrey LaFlemme, give them both a big round of applause. Alright, last but not least, we're gonna do one more song for you, but parents, next year, I know the way we start scheduling, I was talking to Mrs. Raymond today. Get your kids in, if you're not already in band, get them in band. I don't care if they got a cousin, brother, whoever's in your family, get them in here. I feel like it does them so much good, and I know they hate the fact I don't let them play on their phones, but guys, this is the result. Like, this is amazing. So, like, I love this. This is gonna be, they can make money doing this. So please, 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 give me more. I beg and plead every year. I go to Miss Raymond, maybe Mr. Baker, and I used to go to Dr. Young and now it's Mr. Huda, and I say, I want them all. Okay, I'm getting closer every year. So please continue to support the arts, and here we go, girls. What's our last song?
The final song the 7th and 8th grade band will now be playing is Dynamite.
Enjoy.